Peace, love, and light. This is a late night quick. I'm going to try to make it a quick, energy check in. Some of your ancestors were channeling in a message that they wanted me to give, and I'm guessing this is the right time for it because it's the weed morning for me. So, transitioning out of Saturday Saturn energy into Sunday sun energy. So, protection, banishing, and cleansing self and space into road opening, success, and self love. It's pretty much how this is flowing. I'm going to hop right into this, but remember, this is still a general reading for the collective. Only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Even though the deck that they called me towards was the Afro Goddess Tarot, I'm picking up ancestries from many different backgrounds. I was hearing and sensing Celtic words at one point. Yes, I get channeled in things in different languages all the time. But there were many different languages and backgrounds channeling in. This is a center vocal point for some of you. All right, so just so you know, because that's the deck they led me to. We're also going to be using my Soul Sister Maruk's Divine Oils. And we're going to be using me girls Sacred Ancient Wisdom Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Y'all know I just love her. Let's jump right into this. This isn't the normal way that I read, but they had me turn, after the cards were coming out, they had me flip the deck, and this was on the bottom of the deck, and they wanted this to be the center vocal point. So you guys, it's time to embark on an adventure. It's time to move. I kept hearing move over and over again. You could be preparing for a move from one physical location to another. This could just be about moving on past a situation into a new aspect of self, of life, of journeying. But the bottom line is to get moving, to get the journey started. I also want to note, if you notice, the person in this ship, they're looking straight ahead, not off to the side, not behind them. The focus is coming from that back angle so that you can see that they're looking straight ahead, going forward, hands and everything facing towards the sun. Now, the interesting thing is this came in as a sun rising. Depending on the reading, sometimes it's been a sunset or even a moonlight energy for me, but this was coming in as sun, and then Leo came out right after. So there's a lot of fire energy here as well. But this is about understanding that the road ahead of you, it's unknown, but it's full of all the joy, happiness, and success that you truly and utterly deserve. And your ancestors and the divine wants for you to focus on that. Stop looking behind you. I want you to think of it like this. Imagine on this boat, the slightest shift of weight can move the boat a little bit off course. And every time that boat goes a little bit off course, it prolongs the journey. It prolongs where you're trying to go. So I want you to imagine that every time you look behind you, you're tilting the boat in whichever direction you're looking, instead of it going where the waters are trying to take it. These waters are ancient. These waters have been around before you and anyone else was thought of. When this planet first decided to breathe, the water existed. So allow it to take you where it energetically knows that you belong. If you can resonate with that. Allow for those waters to carry you. Let go, let flow. Don't be afraid of how rapid the tides may get. That's fine. As long as you stay grounded, stay focused, you're going to get where you have to go. Those bumps and things, sometimes you may have to go around the mountain, over the mountain, sometimes you may have to go under the mountain. But either way, water flows. It changes and molds to where it needs to be, and it runs deep. So allow for yourself to center in your deep emotions and to push on forward. Which is interesting because it led us into the Temperance card. Now, Temperance, what I love about this is you notice how there's this patch of earth floating, and it's floating between day and night, and the toe is tipping in the water of emotions. The wings are slightly extended backwards. If she was to just stand up, she could just take off. This is about stepping into your divine power and balancing your energy within that divine power. Truly answering your call and truly allowing yourself to see your true reflection while you're at it. You are a divine being born of the divine, whether you see yourself in the star seeds because that's where you've been led, whichever. At the end of the day, it's time for you to understand that there's nothing impossible for you. The word impossible says, I am possible. With that said, move forward. You are possible. Your existence is a huge part of the proof that you have purpose. So stop questioning it. Stop running around in a circle like a chicken with his head cut off, wondering, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Center yourself, ground yourself, and let yourself flow into it. You can be energetic along with it. You don't have to necessarily just be kind of like stagnant. You know, many of us our energy is hype anyway. You can be hype about it, but know when to calm that down and when to accelerate. To, you know, the word I'm trying to say is late. And spirit tends to tongue tie me anyway, but you get what I'm saying. Once you've balanced yourself and you get grounded, you're elevating that King of Pentacles energy that exists within you. I also feel like you guys have someone around you, a male figure around you, or a masculine energy that's like a mentor. So this could be someone that you go to for your spiritual work. This could be a spiritual being that visits you. But whoever it is, they're very in tune with earth. They're very in tune with the manifesting in the physical world. And you're learning how to balance the dualities of it because of them. It's important to always use your discernment, but I feel like sometimes when you guys get guidance, and again, your decisions are your own, your actions, you're responsible for them. However, guidance and clarity is to just help you to see and put together what was so hard to put together before. Even when it's a simple answer, for whatever reason, your life was hectic and you just couldn't see the forest for the trees, right? But I feel like when this person gives you advice, you may not be listening all the way. Like it kind of, you only take in what you want to versus what resonates. So it's like, I'm only going to hear what I feel like hearing in the moment. And then you just let everything else go. And then the person ends up pretty much like their point made sense, or it ends up coming to fruition. Now you got to go back. The answer is going to be the same. I say that when people do that with me. You can come back over and over. It's going to be the same answer until you actually get off your behind and do what you were supposed to do the first time. It's your choice, but you can't think you're going to get a different answer when you haven't put in the work for what you were first given the solution of. Like it just, but that's the vibe that's coming in. You know who you are. You know if you're doing that, take what resonates, right? But for many of you, this is about stepping into that energy, the willpower of the King of Pentacles. The person that knows how to earn, maintain, keep, and gain loyalty, respect, honor. You know, they know how to work hard. They earned what they have with their own hands, with their own being, with their own essence. It's not to say they did it alone. That is impossible. Of course, they had help, whether it was spiritual, physical, or otherwise. But it's to say that in the palm of your hands, within your own existence, remember, you got to step into your divine understanding of self. Within that power, you have the capability to manifest and start the road towards any success and self-love journey that you're trying to get on right now, or that you need to be on. You hold those keys. Once you acknowledge it, you know that phrase, if I knew better, I'd do better. Once you acknowledge it, that's the knowing. The doing is the physical response that you have afterwards. What actions will you take? I also want you guys to understand that emotions is energy in motion. Every day you're manifesting. Too many people go, oh, I don't know if I believe in this, but I don't believe in that. I believe in manifesting, but I don't necessarily believe in the law of attraction. These things are absolutes regardless. They don't really care whether you believe in them or not. It's just how things work, right? So, and that's not to offend anybody. That's just so that you can understand your thoughts and your words manifest on a regular basis. Spelling is called spelling because words are spells. What you say about yourself, what you say about another, and the energy, i.e. emotion, that you put into that manifests what you see reflect in your reality. And sometimes if their vibration is low enough in theirs, or even on a positive note, you've ever seen somebody and you just like, wow, I wish that person all this success, and you really feel it, like you feeling it in your bones that you really wish that they had that from your gut, from your core, and then you just watch all these blessings come into their life. You helped in that. Their energy played a huge part because they're the catalyst, but you really helped in bringing that about. When you're in a space where everyone's meditating at once, or if you've ever had the blessing of standing in an energetic field with multiple people, or just in the field itself, is so much energy current, like a current going through the body at one time. This is how powerful we are, whether it's individually and damn sure when it's together. We come from unity to find different ways to flow and guide ourselves back into connection and unity. The key is to detach from the expectations. Detach from what the expectation of what that looks like is. So if you want to manifest a new home, Go ahead and sketch it. You can sketch this home down to the T, because see, that's something that you can make either with your own two hands or with the resources you gain to pay someone else to do it. But how you get those resources, how that blessing comes across, you may get hints to it, and you'll have to make decisions when the moments come. But if you get so attached to thinking, okay, the only way I'm gonna get this house is if I get a job that pays me this much money, you've restricted yourself to that one limiting way of getting it. So what happens is when you're divine and the ancestors are dropping blessings on you to make it come quicker through whatever avenue they're trying to bring it to you, you'll ignore it because you have it in your mind that it only can be this one way. So allow your mind to expand outside of the box and be like, listen, universe, divine, whatever it is that you flow with, I'm choosing to be in flow. I'm choosing, and please guide me to be open. I'm choosing to be open. I'm making that stance right now to step into my higher nature, into my higher self, and make that stance. Many of you guys did this with the new moon ritual that passed a while ago, but have you stuck to it is the question. Right? Because it's cool to write it down on the paper and to do it. You got to follow it through with action, though. It has to stay constant. It has to stay consistent. You have to remind yourself on a regular basis. So this is kind of like channeling in to remind you of that. Let's get into these other cards and then we'll wrap it. Again, a lot of fire energy, a lot of passion. We have, starting off with the others, we have Aquarius energy that was coming in strong here, but I also kept picking up heavily on Gemini. Like someone's ancestors are Gemini, perhaps they were at their strongest energetically during the season of Gemini, or they could have passed or transitioned during the seasons of Gemini. Take it how it resonates. It could be in your chart, could not be in your chart, could be in your mentor's chart. With all that out of the way, it's mainly about what energy the sign brings in. Yes, if it's a part of your sign, that's cool, but what does it bring into the overall reading, right? That's what to focus on. And then, of course, we have Sagittarius energy coming in here with Temperance. We have Taurus coming in heavily for this God of Pentacles card. And I was also picking up on Virgo with hints of Capricorn. So with the Virgo, if it's business that you're trying to do, remember, fulfillment is key. You want to feel fulfilled and happy in what you're doing. At the same time, it's about bringing service to others. Not to be like a servant zombie, but in the sense that you really take joy and pride in being able to provide a service towards another, because you understand that what you put out is what you get back. So if you're putting out that energy of abundance and that other person picks up on that abundance, especially in business, you want for people to keep coming to you for business. You want for people to feel comfortable and to trust you. And the only way that can happen 100% with little to no flaw, not to say there won't be any, but you get what I mean. You have to be understanding of the energies and in that give and receive. This is not about give and take. This is about give and receive. In order to receive, you must know how to give. In order to give, you must know how to receive. Being open. When we receive, we feel what we gain. And when we feel it, it builds up our momentum and it powers us forward, okay? Let's get into Aries. We have magical uses used to help you align with the energies of Aries sign, noted for their passion, initiative, direct drive, and courage. So if you guys do work with oils for healing or even spell work, this is like Aries is Mars energy. So this would be oils that help with strength, courage, even lust and power. All right. We have foresight and guidance. A fiery situation may arise that will require a clear, direct approach. Stand your ground. With that moving forward, you may have people that want to come in and disrupt that. That could create a situation that just gets you, especially if you're already like a high-headed person and you're trying to do better. They're like, I'm trying to stay calm, but y'all pushing me. You might have someone around you that likes to power over you. They kind of like to overshadow you whenever you're trying to do something that's really important to you, to empower yourself. Don't allow for that person to get you riled up, but don't allow for them to overshadow you either. Balance, okay? Willpower. Moving forward regardless. We have Leo energy. Magical uses. Helps you align with the energy of Leo sign, noted for their loyalty, romantic, confident, and determined nature. Foresight and guidance. Don't lose something you love over your pride, it's okay to allow yourself to learn and grow from it. So again, I feel like you guys might have a mentor that you listen to, but in a half, I'm gonna just say in a half-ass way. Like one minute you listen to stuff, the next minute you don't, because it's all about personal feeling instead of what the actual lesson and absolute of the situation is. Do not lose or miss out on a blessing or something you truly would love to do or have in your life, even a person, by being too prideful. Don't let pride cash a check for you. Just don't do it. Okay, I'm gonna try to push forward. I don't want to go into a whole tangent with that. We have black arts at the bottom of the deck for this one, which again, we are coming out of the Saturn energy, so I'm being pulled to notate this. We have magical uses used to cast hex and curses and create negative outcomes for those who have harmed you. That's the original use. Obviously, things got warped. But then we also have foresight and guidance. Protect yourself against the evil eye, envy, people wishing you harm, keeping things to yourself for now. So what this is telling you is not saying to go out and put hexes on people. It's telling you to energetically protect yourself by being mindful of who you tell your business to. Especially if you're dealing with somebody that's trying to make shaky ground for you, that might end up making you have a reaction that comes out of pride that ruins something that you would truly love to have, or a person you may truly love to have in your life. Be more in control of your emotions than that. We're now going to go to the Sacred Ancient Wisdom Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Okay, right off the bat. As above, so below. Spiritual realms can be affected by what you do here in the physical one. That flows in with what I was saying. Let's see what else we have. What else we got? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you to their ancestors and their guides that channeled in this message, even if it is late night. Virgo, remember what I said about Virgo? Service, right? What does that say? Service to others, responsible, hardworking. And we know that the King of Pentacles is a hard worker. Don't mind my nails, guys, if you caught a glimpse of that. They broke, and I don't wear false nails, so it just is what it is. Okay? Aquarius energy coming in here. You have that uniqueness that people look for but can't find. Remember, these can be your signs, but they don't have to be. It's the energy. So this could very well still be your energy even if you don't have Aquarius in your chart. However, if it is in your chart, that's just all the more reason to find something to resonate with here, okay? Well, not find, but gives you more of a reason to possibly connect with it. Soulmates, remember don't lose out on something you love because of pride. Don't let somebody knock you off being centered and grounded, that you have a temper. Most of the time when people catch a temper, they go and they take it out on someone else. Don't do that, because you have a soulmate that's either coming in or that you're with right now, and you don't want for negative vibrations or negative thoughts of yourself or situations to get in the way of that union. Like I keep saying, divine timing depends on you more than anything else. Are you ready to receive what you're asking for? Because many a times, especially when it's a union that's meant to have a great mission to it, like twin flames are, the person's going to appear before you regardless of what you do. But are you going to be ready for them? Are they going to be ready for you? That all depends on you. Bottom of the deck, we have familiars. Someone has a black cat. Another person has a cat that's like black, white, and like an orangey color. And then I'm also seeing like black, white, and gray, like tiger striped cat. Pay attention to that cat. Very spiritual animal. When it's acting a certain way, it's because certain energy, spirits, or guides are around you. Others, you have a husky. I want one. If you have puppies, I want one. I want a husky. I can't wait to live somewhere where I can have a husky. Yeah, but somebody has a husky that talks all the time. Pay attention to when they're talking to what appears to you to be nothing. Pay attention to the energy, because that's another animal. All animals would do this, but somebody has a husky. I'm seeing a gray and white husky, and I'm seeing a blue-eyed tan and white husky. Take what resonates. I don't know who you are. You'll find this whenever you're supposed to. This reading is timeless. That's the reading, my loves. Peace, love, light, and blessings to you. Love y'all.